What's up guys, and welcome to the next hybrid squad building challenge. Earlier we already did the Pacific Rim hybrid squad building challenge, one of the two that was released this week. The second one is the European Tour part 2. Now, as the name says, there has already been a part 1 where they had 4 different European nations to complete, and now they came up with 4 different ones that we have to take a look at. And the overall rewards for this is pretty neat. It is a rare players pack, so that is a 50k pack. Obviously a pretty good pack to have, given that there's at the moment a nice team of the week out there. Kevin De Bruyne, Angel Di Maria amongst the players who are in the team of the week. Plus, yesterday the team of the knockout stage was released, featuring players from the Champions League and Europa League teams. A bunch of awesome players in there, obviously also record breaker Ronaldo, so a 50k pack comes in pretty handy at the moment. Now, as you can see on the screen, the 4 teams that we have to complete are the nations of England, France, Germany, and Russia. And these challenges are a little bit more difficult than the ones from the Pacific Rim. Check out that video if you're interested. These challenges were a lot cheaper. However, the rewards weren't as good as the ones that we get right now. As you can see from the rewards, Prime Gold Players Pack, Mega Pack, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, and a Premium Gold Players Pack, plus obviously the 50k pack, as I said earlier. Pretty decent rewards. Let's go through the teams one by one and then open the packs in the end. Let's start with England. For England, you need to have 5 English players in your club. However, you can only have 4 players from the same league. So what I did is I used 5 English players, and one of them is from the EFL Championship, from Newcastle to be precise, and the other 4 are Premier League players, obviously because they get a nice rating boost. You also need to have 5 different nationalities exactly, and 5 rare players. So apart from those 5 English lads, I also have 4 players from La Liga Santander. So there's Boateng, Vitolo, and 2 other players from Malaga and Real Madrid. And then I used this Brazilian from Real Madrid to link him to Marquinhos, who's also Brazilian from Ligue 1, and he is linked to another Ligue 1 goalkeeper, which gives us the 90 chemistry that is required for this team. We get 81 rated. We get an 81 rated team. We only need 80, but this should be fine. And the reward in this case is a Prime Gold Players Pack. Now, as you can see at the top, I do submit Harry Kane, 85 rated Harry Kane. I do have his SBC card, however, so that is, I think, 87, 89 rated. I'm not quite sure what the SBC card is rated, but I don't really need that 85 Harry Kane card. Next up is France. For France, you need exactly 8 French players, and you can have at most 2 from the same league. So that's a little bit more difficult than the English squad that we just submitted. You need to have exactly 3 nationalities in there and at least 6 rare players. So what I do is I basically pick pairs from the same league. So I have 2 French players from the Premier League. I have 2 French players from La Liga Santander. They happen to be from the same club, Nasri and Ben Yedder, that is. And then I have also 2 French players from Ligue 1, so from the French league, that is. My center, defensive mid, and my right mid. I have 1 from the second French league, because you need a couple of you need another French player who links them all together with a particular rating. And then I also have Modeste from the Bundesliga. So these are all the French players that I need, 8 exactly. Now there's 3 slots open basically, and I still need a bit of chemistry because you need to have a 90 chemistry squad. I do use 2 players from the Mexican league, and then I use the Uruguayan player from the Mexican league to link to a Uruguayan player from the Super League. Sounds a little bit complicated, but you need a couple of links in addition to the French leagues to make it to the 90 chemistry level. And also I need Muslera to give me the 81 overall rating. Now we do submit this team right now. We get a mega pack, so that's already a pretty nice pack, but obviously the main event of today's pack opening will be the 50k pack. Next up, the German team. The German team, you again need 8 players from Germany. In this case, you need 6 different leagues to be featured in your club and have at least 2 different nationalities. So what I did is I looked at my club and searched for players that are not from the Bundesliga. So we have the Premier League in here, we have the Russian League in here, we obviously have the Bundesliga in here as well, we have the Eredivisie, the second Bundesliga, and the Hellas League from Greece. So this is 6 different leagues. 6 different leagues are required, so we're basically done with this requirement right here already. So for the right half of the team, I use Bundesliga, I use Germans to link it to the non-Bundesliga players, and then on the right side, I do use 2 players from Gladbach and from Bayern Munich that are non-German to get the nationalities requirement checked off, and I also use Martinez because he's 84 rated and I need that 81 overall rating. So Martinez and Hövedes are the two players that basically pull that rating up to where it needs to be. Overall rating, you need 90, we have 98, so that is perfectly fine, and we submit this for premium gold players pack. The final team to look at is Russia, and Russia has this requirement that you need 100 chemistry. So it's a little bit tricky, but with a little bit of puzzling, you get it done quite easily. You need to have at least 6 Russian players. You need to have exactly 2 leagues and exactly 11 different clubs. So what I did, my center part of the team and my left side are from the Russian league. So these are 9 players from the Russian leagues, obviously from 9 different clubs, because you can't have more than 1 player per club. I have a couple of rare ones in here. Smolov, Jagoev, Axel Witsel, and Chorluka are the higher rated ones that you might remember from pack openings because they pop quite often. And then on the right side, I still need a lot of chemistry from the right side. So what I did is I used 2 players from the Calcio A that are both Italian and both obviously from Calcio A to get me the remaining chemistry that I need to get to 100 chemistry overall. Let's submit that as well for the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, and then we should also be awarded with the overall reward, which in this case is the 50k pack. European Tour Part 2 completed. Rare Players Pack, thank you very much, EA. Let's go to the store and open those packs. So we have 7 packs to open. There's actually 5 from the European Tour Part 2, and I still have 2 silver players packs in here from the bronze pack method upgrades that I usually do when I have players that don't sell. So let's quickly go through those. I usually don't pull anything amazing from those packs, but obviously these players are useful at some point, either for squad building challenges or just for upgrades in general if you fancy to do the gold upgrades as well. So let's quickly skip through those. As you see, nothing really in here. Second Bundesliga, second French league, I think that was. So let's just store them to the club, and now we can focus on the reward packs from the European Tour Part 2. So we have the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, which I think we go through first, so a 15k pack that is. Then we have the Mega Pack, and then a couple of others before we get to the... We get a player from Fenerbahce here. Nothing really pops in this pack. Let's see whether we do get one rare player. We get a silver one. Let's quickly check the duplicates. Nothing really in here worth mentioning. We got quite a few of rare contracts, so that's where the rare cards went. Let's send all of this to the club. Let's send those 2 boys to the transfer list and then move on to the next pack. Let's see what we open next. Maybe the... Let's see. Let's go with the Premium Gold Players Pack next. Then do the Mega Pack. And ooh, we get a hero card. That's not too bad. From the Australian League, Berisha. I just saw this today on Twitter that EA released his card. I'm not quite sure what he did, but apparently he deserved a hero card. So that's a purple. The first purple in this year's FIFA. We get Berisha from Melbourne, that is. We also get Sergio Di Roberto. Anything other in higher rated in here? Not really, but obviously Berisha is the first of hopefully multiple special cards from this pack opening. Let's send all those to the club, the duplicates to the transfer market, and then go on to the next pack. Hopefully we can pull another great player. So Mega Pack, Rare Players Pack, Prime Gold Players Pack. Mega Pack is up next. Let's see what we get in this one. A bigger player, that's not too bad. So we definitely get an 84 plus rated player. We get Perisic from this one. And obviously high rated players, not particularly superstars, but mid 80 rated players are quite useful at the moment that EA released this team of the knockout stage squad building challenges, because you need to have 82, 84, 83, 84 rated squads. So Perisic will definitely be useful for these challenges. Apart from him, nothing really worth mentioning. Let's quickly check the duplicates. No, not really. Only one duplicate, so we send him to the transfer list, the rest to the club, and then we discard the 2. Let's see, is that a jersey? Oh, the jersey actually might sell. Quite a nice jerseys, like 3 top clubs. I'm sure they sell, not for much though, but they definitely will sell eventually, and I do have a lot of capacity on my transfer list. Now, 2 packs remaining, Prime Gold Players Pack and obviously the Rare Players Pack. Prime Gold Players Pack first. Marco Reus on the pack. Let's see what we get in the pack. No big flair, that's quite disappointing. We get the Brazilian goalkeeper from Juventus. We get Neto, 80 rated player. Unfortunately, nothing really in here in the pack. 80 rated player is the best player of this pack. As I said before, I'm looking for players rated 82 or higher so I can use them in the SBC later. Let's send these 5 boys to the transfer list, and then guys, it's main event time. The Rare Players Pack. We already got one special card, Berisha from Melbourne. Let's see whether we can get another one, a blue or a black. I don't care really what it is. It would be nice if it would be either or. We get a big flare, no special card, but let's see what we get. We get oh, Gundogan. That's not too bad. I thought it was Sane, but we pull Ilkay Gundogan from Manchester City, 85 rated center mid. Not quite sure whether I should use him in one of these challenges or use him in my club. We also got Nolito, 83, 82, 82, 82. That's pretty good pack, obviously. No special card in here. But these players, let's quickly check the duplicates. Nothing in here really. Let's send him quickly to the transfer list. But as I was saying, these players, they will be pretty useful for the SBC. I just submitted Vasquez earlier, actually, for the Real Madrid versus Barcelona marquee matchup SBC. So all these 5 players, they will definitely be useful. I think I might use Gundogan in my team and instead use another player in the SBC, but I will definitely make use of these players later in the team of the knockout stage SBC. That was it for this pack opening, guys. Let me know, what did you get from your European Tour Part 2 SBC? Did you complete all the teams? How much did you have to invest? I think I had all of these players, maybe except one, not quite sure at the moment, in my club. So the rewards obviously came mostly for free, and we did pull one special card, that purple hero Berisha. Let me know what you pulled, and I will see you in the next video, guys.